fuck are you? Almost there.
It looks like So Night Has Fallen is gearing up to be the fourth installment in the Olympus Has Fallen series. What's even more surprising is that Robert Downey Jr. is revealed to be a huge fan of the franchise, a fact shared by Gerard Butler. Fans are already buzzing, speculating that Downey could even play the next big villain. Let's dive into everything we know about this exciting new movie. Night Has Fallen is shaping up to be the fourth entry in the Olympus Has Fallen series, but updates on the next Gerard Butler action flick haven't given us a clear release timeline yet. The franchise kicked off with Antoine Fuqua's Olympus Has Fallen back in 2013, and the sequels London Has Fallen and Angel Has Fallen followed every 3 years. Gerard Butler, who's been a key part of the series with his action-packed performances, is set to return for future installments. While the previous films have been box office successes thanks to their thrilling plots and Butler's commanding presence, Night Has Fallen seems to be breaking the 3-year release pattern. The exact timing for this next chapter remains uncertain, but rest assured, the franchise is definitely continuing. Back in September 2023, producer Les Weldon gave a cautious update on the Has Fallen franchise, confirming that Night Has Fallen is still on the way. Weldon mentioned that the future of the series hinges on how well this next installment performs, hinting that there are more plans for sequels if Night Has Fallen lives up to expectations. As he put it, if that works as well as the previous 3, then anything is on the table. Financially, the Has Fallen series has been quite successful, so if Night Has Fallen follows suit, we can expect more movies down the line. Although no concrete details have been released about the new film, it's officially confirmed. Gerard Butler mentioned in May 2023 while promoting Plane that they have a script in place but haven't been actively working on it yet. He teased that the idea is really fun and just needs further development. Given the events of Angel Has Fallen, Mike Banning, now director of the Secret Service, would likely face new challenges. His domestic life may also come into play, especially if his father, Clay, is still living with him. Allan Trumbull is expected to return, probably more prepared than ever, and Banning will likely feel a greater sense of responsibility working with him. Having that said, Gerard Butler is the only confirmed cast member returning from the previous films. Robert Kamen and Rick Roman Waugh are back as writers, with Waugh set to direct. Morgan Freeman is likely to reprise his role as Allan Trumbull, the president who survived an assassination attempt in the third film and promoted Banning. One thing that certainly held up the production of Night Has Fallen was Gerard Butler's 2021 lawsuit against production companies New Image and Millennium Media. Butler claimed that he was denied his fair share of profits from the 2013 film Olympus Has Fallen. The legal dispute was a significant hurdle, creating uncertainty around the film's future. The lawsuit, which focused on the financial discrepancies and Butler's alleged unpaid earnings, put a temporary freeze on the development of the next sequel in the franchise. However, in a turn of events that provided a glimmer of hope for fans eagerly awaiting the next chapter, Butler reached a settlement in October 2023. The settlement came ahead of a scheduled trial in 2024, allowing the actor to resolve the financial dispute without further legal complications. With this legal matter behind him, Butler could fully commit to the project, clearing the way for Night Has Fallen to proceed. In addition to the legal issues, the Hollywood strikes further delayed the film's progress. The strikes, which affected various aspects of the entertainment industry, contributed to the production setbacks. With these labor disputes now resolved, the industry is slowly returning to normal operations. This resolution means that Night Has Fallen can finally move forward, with production likely ramping up in the coming months. The film's delay due to these issues was a significant concern for fans of the franchise. The Has Fallen series has built a loyal following thanks to its action-packed plots and Gerard Butler's charismatic performance as Mike Banning. The extended wait for the next installment only heightened anticipation, making the resolution of these setbacks even more critical. Now that these obstacles have been cleared, the focus can shift back to creating the next thrilling chapter in the series. With Gerard Butler back in the spotlight and production issues resolved, fans can expect a renewed push towards delivering the high-octane action they've come to love. As the movie gears up for production, excitement will undoubtedly build, with many looking forward to seeing how the story continues to unfold and what new challenges Mike Banning will face. As for what we know about Robert Downey Jr.'s involvement, it's been confirmed that he's an unexpected fan of the Olympus Has Fallen franchise. Gerard Butler revealed that Downey Jr. sent him the nicest email after Olympus Has Fallen, expressing his enthusiasm with a sentiment like, "We need more of these movies." This revelation adds a fascinating layer to Downey Jr.'s career, especially considering his high-profile role as Tony Stark in the MCU. His appreciation for the Has Fallen series highlights a delightful contrast between his superhero persona and his enjoyment of the gritty, action-packed world of the Has Fallen franchise. The success of the Has Fallen series, following in the footsteps of classics like Die Hard, has given a new lease of life to the Die Hard formula. Movies like Under Siege, Die Hard on a Boat, and Air Force One, Die Hard on a Plane capitalized on this formula, but the genre saw a decline by the late 90s. Olympus Has Fallen in 2013 rejuvenated the concept with Gerard Butler's portrayal of Mike Banning, placing him in intense, high-stakes scenarios that kept audiences engaged. With Downey Jr. potentially joining Night Has Fallen as the next villain, the series could benefit from a much-needed boost in its antagonist department. The Has Fallen movies have indeed struggled to create memorable villains. Rick Yoon's North Korean terrorist in Olympus Has Fallen was perhaps the most notable, while the antagonist in Angel Has Fallen, played by Danny Huston, only stood out due to Huston's performance. The franchise has yet to introduce a truly formidable foe, on par with Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber from Die Hard or John Lithgow's Quaylen from Cliffhanger. Downey Jr.'s charisma and sharp wit could bring a new level of menace to the franchise. His talent for creating memorable characters would make him a standout antagonist, providing Mike Banning with a villain he genuinely has to struggle against. It would be refreshing to see Banning face a villain with the kind of impact that Downey Jr. could bring, elevating the stakes and adding a new dimension to the action-packed formula that fans have come to love. As it stands, Robert Downey Jr. clearly appreciates the straightforward, action-packed appeal of movies like Olympus Has Fallen. The franchise has a solid foundation and even hints at crossover potential with other action series, like a possible Expendables team-up. However, whether Downey Jr. will actually join the series remains an open question. Given his immense success with the MCU, which has made him one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, he's become quite selective with his roles since the release of Avengers Endgame in 2019. Even if he's a fan of the franchise, convincing him to play the antagonist in the fourth installment of a series that has received mixed critical reviews is no small feat. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.